What if a quiet weekend started here, at the end of a broken, muddy road? Just you, the mud, and the water. A metal stove built from scratch. Fire coaxed damp wood. A meal pulled straight from the lake. But the work begins now, deep in the trees. The Audi rests on the wet grass, trunk open. She steps out into the cool air. Time to unload. Every piece of gear matters today. The black rod case comes out first, heavy but familiar. She heads toward the water. The bank is quiet. A wooden bench sits under the trees. She drops her black bag. This is the spot. First things first. The foundation. The folding chair clicks into place. She kneels on the damp grass. The green gear bag opens. Out comes the black metal rod pod, cold steel in hand. She spreads the legs wide. It must be stable. She adjusts the top bracket, checks the alignment with the water. Solid. Ready. Now for the bait. She tears open a small package, pours the dry mix into a black bucket, then a quick dip in the lake. Lake water binds it best. she leans over the bucket, mixing it by hand. The right consistency is everything. Too dry, it falls apart. Too wet, it won't hold the hook. She loads the rig, then sets the rod on the pod. The line goes tight. She prepares the second setup, reaching deep into the bucket again. Hand on the rod, feeling for the slightest tension. A tug means everything. Now the waiting begins. Patience versus the fish. The lake gives nothing away. Time to build the fire. She opens the green bag again, pulls out flat pieces of black metal. A portable rocket stove, packed flat. She slots the steel walls together. The metal box takes shape. She checks the joints. It needs to hold high heat. Then she finds a dry white branch. The blade bites into the wood. She breaks it down into kindling, short, even pieces. A small pile grows on the grass. A spark catches. Smoke curls from the black metal chimney. The stove draws cold air. She sets a pot on top. Heat starts to build. The line snaps tight. She grabs the rod, reels hard against the tension. The water churns. Skill versus a wild catch. She crouches low at the edge, landing net in one hand, rod high in the other. One missed scoop ruins it. A quick sweep of the net. Got it. The silverfish hits the grass. Dinner is secured. Back to the fire. She pushes more wood into the chamber. The black pot is already smoking. The flame needs to stay hot. She moves to the wooden table. The knife hits the cutting board. Peel. Chop. Clear the space. Steady hands do the work. Now for the catch. The blade scrapes away the scales. Clean, precise cuts. She drops the fresh pieces into a bowl. Nothing goes to waste. The prep is done. The rocket stove hums with heat. White smoke drifts across the water. She lifts the wooden board. The raw fish slides into the hot pot, sizzling against the dark iron. The smell of cooking fills the air. A checkered mitt grabs the hot lid. Steam billows out. The broth is boiling hard. She tips a pink package over the pot. Salt hits the water. A long spoon stirs it deep, blending the flavors. Last touch. Fresh green herbs go in. She scrapes the board clean, then drops the heavy lid back on. Let it simmer. The lid comes off for the last time. Fish, carrots, and rich broth. She dips a black ladle in, fills the metal bowl to the brim. The work is finally paying off. She settles into the folding chair. The metal bowl is hot in her hands. A silver spoon lifts the first bite. The raw catch is now a quiet feast. A fire built from damp wood. A fish pulled from the dark lake. A hot meal on a quiet bank. Sometimes the hard way is the best way.